Bought a Barrels back for another pod. And Hutto's brought some good... It's your turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's Hutto's turn for the brewery showcase. And he's also bought a few stats that Gratzy's very unimpressed with. So,
And it took me so long to do as well.
It took him so long.
The inflection.
And Gratzy does not care at all.
Is
about
this
any
it?
of it.
And Hutto heard it as, is this it?
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know. I can't record back to let you know what was actually said at the time. But anyway, we'll get through them.
That'd be a cool feature of your brain if you could like rewind what you heard and mimic it out loud again.
That's some Black Mirror shit, right?
Yeah.
And it is a Black Mirror episode, and it's shocking when you think about it. It would be super handy.
Oh, yeah.
But like the things that
You can't bullshit anyone
You'd never-
ever again.
Yeah.
and the amount of stuff that's happened, you're like, oh, geez, I shouldn't have told that old lady to F off or whatever.
It's good at the airport, though.
Yes, it is good.
Please rewind your last 24 hours so they can make sure you're not a terrorist
Yeah,
or
exactly.
anything crazy.
That was pretty handy for them, but not handy for terrorists.
I assume that's a reference to the show.
Yes, sorry,
Yes.
of course.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, I was like, Simo, were you under investigation?
No.
There's a tea towel as well.
Yeah,
Something
special
because there's a
underneath
big
it.
reveal.
Oh.
So, as we've mentioned the last couple of pods leading up to this one, today will be our 100th beer. So I thought, as the stat man of the pod, I put together a nice little dashboard on Power BI for all our stats leading up to this.
Gratzy doesn't care about.
Yep. So spent many an hour on it. As people familiar with Power BI may know, you can only open them on the desktop app that runs on Windows or online with a business account. I don't have either of those in the shed here. I've got a Windows computer in the house, which I set it all up on. So it was a bit of a process getting it here. And
But we somehow did it. I don't know.
opened it up,
Magic.
got it there, and yeah, Zach, is that it?
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I can't wait for him
Is
to
that
not be
it?
impressed by this. But anyway, to the beers, number 99, 100, and 101.
So our beer 2 will be the 100th beer.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you guys can guess. I'll give you a couple of clues. So, big, well-known Australian brewery.
Okay.
All three of us have had many a number of these beers.
But we haven't done a brewery showcase on them?
have not.
Oh.
No. They're your two clues.
Jeez.
Oh, 2 clues.
Deeds.
No.
That was a good guess, though. I was going to say working title. I don't know. They're the only one that came into my
We've
mind.
done them.
Oh, yeah, no, who was I thinking of? Bracket.
Bracket. No, it's Carlton United.
Oh, here we
Yay.
go.
I can't wait. Well, we've
No,
ripped
I'm
on
taking
them.
the piss. That's not true at all. So I've got those. They can go.
You could have kept that gag going for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you had me. I was like, oh, gosh, there you go.
The good part is you'll be able to rewind and see the second my heart breaks in half.
That's pretty funny.
3 from
Oh, yum.
Haven't we done range?
we have.
No, that we hadn't done Carlton.
Oh, sorry, the technicalities.
Yeah.
So the reason I picked Range is our first ever Border Barrels beer review system beer was Range.
Well done. That's good.
So I thought I'd go full circle, and I couldn't pass
Yeah.
up the opportunity to prank.
Yeah, good stuff.
that's
I probably could have let it go longer, but
You could have.
We could have tried to drink them.
yeah, they're warm. I didn't
Even
even
better.
bother fridging them because
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
I'm not drinking
Yeah,
these.
there you go. No, very
I'll probably
good.
throw them at cars speeding in my street.
Jeez. Well, yeah, there's plenty of those, actually. It's a pretty
Yeah.
hectic street, if we're completely honest. I'm excited.
3 Range beers. So today we've gone with the In Bloom Double IPA at 8.5%. We've got the Power Trip Double Dry Hopped West Coast IPA at 6.8%.
Okay.
And the Morning Ritual Pastry Stout at 7%.
Cool. I'd be interested. I'm keen for the stout, as always, but at lower ABV, I would be interested.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a pastry stout at a lower ABV, so
That's true.
yeah,
We'll
good
see
stuff.
how we go.
Yeah.
And the other thing that brought Range into my mind originally was, 1 and then 100. But they recently re-released their Lights of Music. So for anyone listening, if they're still available at the on the website, purchase them. $55 for a 4-pack sounds like a lot of money, but I was willing to pay $80.
Do yourself a favour.
Well,
They're
number 1
absolutely
rated
delicious.
Australian beer on Untapped. Is that still correct?
I think it's hazy IPA. I think there's a stout that's higher from memory.
I don't know. Interesting. Is it in your Power BI?
It's not in my Power BI.
Because
but
it was Mountain Culture's Be Kind Rewind for a while.
Yeah, I reckon.
And I thought Lights and Music was the one that then is usurped the correct word.
Yeah, perhaps. I reckon Grazie might be actually correct on this one. So bloody here we are.
Oh, just 100th beer in the first time.
How do you go to like Australian beers?
Well, that's actually a really good. That's a really good point.
Yes, it is a good one.
Which beer are we having first?
Well, you guys can pick between the double IPA or the double dry hopped West Coast. I
Well,
reckon.
what's the ABV, the IBU situation? Because that's been serving us quite well. So on the pod, as far as what order to drink them in, it used to be ABV. We used to do it like that, but then Hutto decided to do it as IBU. So
I
basically
reckon
bitterness, least bitter to
Just
most.
straight up double. I reckon we do.
It is the Lights and Music.
There you
The
go.
Once More Into the Fray is 4.27.
I think we should actually go in ABV order for the first two because one of them is a big one.
Yeah. Okay. And they should be
this double
similar
dry
in
hopped
bitterness.
West Coast is 6.8%.
Okay.
So yeah, we could go IBU, but also that's the special one in the middle that will be number 100.
Okay.
So
yeah.
go
done
big for
deal.
100.
All
Is
right.
that-
Okay.
You happy with that,
Yeah.
Hud?
I'm happy.
Yep. Done.
So Power Trip number 1, double dry hopped
Number
West
99.
Coast IPA. Now, if I saw this from a distance, I'd actually think this beer had chocolate in it.
Yeah, same. Maybe it does. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Oh,
Thank you.
good Paul. Good Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. And once
The
again,
basketball stopped.
we've got the lawnmower in the background. Well, it's a lawnmower this time, not a chainsaw.
Did you get out Simo's glasses?
I just got
6.
Ah, okay.
I just got all the glasses that were here for the
All
time being.
right.
That's right.
Well, I guess.
Oh, I got plenty
You
more.
know, you can just imagine drinking it.
I've got a bottle of water.
Yeah,
here.
nice.
The glasses have actually protested your nose hair.
Yeah. I think I may have solved that.
Well, so on the last pod we did, you said I've got some information on that, and then never told us what the information was.
Yeah, no, I went in there and did some investigation. There's still
Investigation.
Yeah, I think the one has gone. Even when I really drag it against it, see?
Just rub it on there.
Yeah, it seems to be fine. Jeez, this smells excellent. This smells very, very good.
Anyway, a double dry hopped West Coast style IPA loaded with Citra Cryo, Simcoe Cryo, Citra Mosaic, and Simcoe. 6.8% as mentioned. 2.4 standard drinks for the Power Trip.
What are we getting? I'm getting bloody Creole Lady Marmalade.
Are ya?
Yeah, bit marmalade, bit honey, like that sort of thing.
There is a little bit of that actually, which I didn't expect from, not for the description, but just what the beer style is.
Yeah,
But
from the hops. I don't know. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, like from Simcoe and Citra and the third one,
was it Cryo or something?
Mosaic.
Oh, Citra
Wouldn't they
Cryo.
be more like
Passion fruity.
yeah, like a little bit of stone fruit,
Yeah.
but a little bit of tropical fruit
Yeah, I'm not too
situation.
sure. It's quite good. Jeez, I got the good pen this week, I'll tell you.
Jeez, that is thick.
I know, I'm pretty excited. And what's the go with my lines? I don't have any.
Because you rub it off. Because you draw over them in whiteboard marker and they're on there in permanent. And everyone knows if you do whiteboard over permanent, it rubs them off.
I see.
So as he
Of
continues to do
course.
it.
Now, okay, sorry, this would be a really quick divergent trail. Is that on purpose, do you think?
What?
Everyone knows that old hack. Like, okay, if you just draw over the top of the permanent marker with the whiteboard marker, you can then rub off the permanent marker. But do you reckon that just happened by accident? And the manufacturer's like, sweet, cool, found another use for it.
Well, I think it's, it probably is slight happy coincidence, but it might, it'd be something to do with the material and the fact that the whiteboard marker negates the permanent
Yeah, I reckon it'd have something to do with one of the chemicals in there.
chemicals.
Yeah, there'll be chemicals.
Science.
I'm not getting
Don't sniff it.
I was just checking to see if it had the chemicals in it. Eh?
God damn.
When it says double dry hopped, I'm getting a little bit more of a... It's funny because I think on the last sip
Hoppy.
side, I got a little bit more of the sort of the... Not marmalade, I wouldn't necessarily say, but something more towards that depth of flavour as opposed to lightness of flavour. But there is like a dryness to this as well.
Yeah.
That may be to do with the double dry hopping. But yeah, I think I would say it's a West Coast IPA if I didn't know. To be fair, I didn't know at the start, and a few more sips in, I reckon.
$13.50, by the way.
Okay, that's not bad.
For how many percentages? 6.8. In a big can, 440.
It's a solid beer.
It is
solid beer.
quite solid.
Where's Range from again? I know are they Brisbane, but what?
Yeah, wasn't it Newstead?
Is that where it's from?
Yep, Newstead, Queensland.
Yeah, it's bloody a good part of the world up there, I'll tell you.
You've had a few breweries from there. Speaking of Power BI time, I reckon I've got some info on that. So I can tell you that if we look at Queensland, it is actually on the Border Barrels beer review system on average our lowest rated state.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So we've had Bacchus, Range, Revel, Ether, Lost Palms, and Working Title.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
for our loyal listeners would know that Working Title, Ether, and Revel didn't fare well in our beer review system.
Blurb? Was it Blurbless?
One was Blurbless.
Blurbless for Working Title.
They were good beers, though.
Revel was the cashmere beer that we weren't fans of, whether that was our taste buds or I think upon further investigation, the beer wasn't completely out of date, but wasn't at its freshest.
It wasn't very fresh, no.
And then Lost Palms lost points for the Flanders Sour Red that Simo was not a big fan of.
But
If you've just joined the pod on YouTube and you see in the intro Hudson and I laughing uncontrollably, it was Simo's response to that Flanders Red beer.
anyway.
But Bacchus, they've definitely carried the state of Queensland. Now, our best or highest average state is Victoria. Yeah. They hold the top four. Hawkers, Kaiju, Hop Nation, and Burnley. Now, Hop Nation's a sneaky one in there because we've only had the bearded seal from our Easter special.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So the average does sit a little bit higher because they have less
That's
contributors.
what I should have guessed now.
So in order of states, Vic, New Zealand, South Australia, Tassie, Queensland. Now, I know New Zealand is not a state. Please don't get mad at me, but I didn't want to create a whole nother table for countries because it would be wickedly askew.
Yes, it would. No, very good.
This is cool. I like this information.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
here we go.
okay.
Now he's on board.
Right,
What
now
a
he likes it.
dick. And then we can look at that with Untapped as well, where Queensland actually sits fourth, and the leader is South Australia
Okay.
with Shapeshifter and the one Pirate Life beer we had that you guys actually mentioned in the group chat this week, unprompted.
Oh, God, it was good.
The double South Coast. And I had two South Coasts on Friday night on tap, and I reckon of all... Okay, Pirate Life obviously aren't an independent brewery anymore. So for all the breweries that aren't independent, so yes, we're talking Stone and Wood, yeah, your Mountain Goats, all that. I think the South Coast Pale is the number one of all of those beers. Even Bolter XPA. I'm taking a South Coast Pale, I've decided, over a Bolter XPA.
I'm not too sure about that one. I would have to... If it was XPA versus that, I would take the XPA all day. But
I've practiced a lot with them.
Okay,
Come to that conclusion.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll put the work in.
Yeah,
Do you know,
very good.
just a funny little stat is we've had 4 breweries that start with the letter S. Shapeshifter, Seeker, Sunday Road, and Shore. And Zach brought all 4.
Oh, there you go.
Just really into S's.
Yeah,
and your wife's name's Sophie.
And
There's
my daughter's name is Spencer.
There you
yeah,
go.
so Cass really missed out. Unless it's actually Sassity.
That's a good stat, actually.
Yeah, that was just something like I've been noticing.
Damn it! The one I'm bringing next time also starts with the same letter.
There you go. All right.
weird dude.
Dropping hints. There you go.
Who could it be, Simon? Just quickly,
I would
off the top of your
say
head.
Snake Face.
Snake
Beer.
Face.
We just name our brewery.
The famous
Maybe.
Snake Face Brewery.
Yes.
Where are they from?
They're not so good shed.
Yes. Not a secret shed in the corner there.
Very good.
Righto. I smashed that down. I'm bloody keen.
Well, I was about to say I can get some more stats after a second beer.
Yeah.
Well, can we do little like fireworks and balloons?
Nope.
And a little sort of...
Close your eyes and do it in your mind. Wow, incredible. That's how I feel about fireworks in real life too.
Oh, yeah,
Wow, incredible.
Oh, I don't
Who
mind.
likes these?
So I think I have more appreciation for unexpected fireworks, and I'm not talking about people driving around my suburb letting them out their car window. Idiots.
What do you mean unexpected fireworks?
So say you're sitting on a bloody, you're sitting outside,
Pontoon.
and then you're like, oh, cool, someone's got fireworks, and it's like an organised event, and you're in your own backyard, and you have fireworks. It's like, oh, this was unexpected.
Yeah, but you know who else it's unexpected for?
Dogs.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
don't enjoy unexpected fireworks.
Yeah.
They don't even enjoy
Yeah.
expected fireworks.
No.
And as a
that's
result, the
true.
babies are
Yeah.
that as well.
Okay, well, yeah.
The local neighbourhood tends not to after they find out that they're living near babies and dogs.
But, like, do you reckon they could make... Oh, do you know what they should make? Silent,
Silent.
fireworks. That'd be pretty cool.
Be
Well,
unnerving.
isn't the-
Think about
isn't
it
the
for a
whole
minute.
loudness of the firework the explosion of the firework? How would they do a silent explosion?
Well, that's not up to us. it's up to those people. It's up to those pyromaniacs.
We walked on the moon in the 60s.
You
Yeah,
reminded me
surely.
of the Segura joke that he does in his stand-up where he's like, his cousin or something is an inventor,
Yeah.
but he doesn't actually invent things. He just comes up with ideas.
Yes.
So
Oh,
it's
that's
like
me, do it
he
too.
has like these shoes and they turn into an aeroplane.
Yeah.
It's
How
like,
good.
Yeah, awesome. But how does that work?
Yeah, so, but with the fireworks, basically they'd go up and then just go... And then when it hits the top, it'll just go, yay!
That'd be
Well, it's not
more
silent.
uncomfortable because you'd be sitting in bed and just hearing, yay, yay,
Oh!
yay.
Yeah.
I wish the neighbours had
Actually,
shut up.
if it was just like random profanities, maybe then.
How random.
Oh, no, you don't know which one's coming next.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is there like, I was going to say, is there like, and then there's like offensive ranges. You can get different range of profanities.
Fireworks against humanity.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
we're talking
you
about.
can get like racial profanity, like just real offensive ones.
Yeah, and when you said random, I thought you meant like trollop.
That'd be
You know,
pretty
that sort
good.
of stuff. Yeah.
It's just Gordon, and it's in Gordon Ramsay's
Oh,
voice.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Whose beard hair is that? That's gone.
Probably not mine.
Oh, look at the colour of this.
Yeah. Look at the colour of this. Yes.
Is that it?
Geez, that smells
What?
good too.
In Bloom,
Number one, hundo.
100, 8.5% double IPA. A modern and juicy double IPA loaded with Citra, Galaxy, and Mosaic. 3 standard drinks in a fancy can.
It smells incredible.
What's that?
It's thick.
What's the word that describes that color scheme?
Psychedelic.
Iridescent.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Where like, you know, like cars get a paint, it looks purple, but then, or like oil looks the same. It's a certain color, and then the light changes,
Yeah.
and it's a different color.
Is In Bloom, is that, so it's a Nirvana song, but is that a Rufus Du Sol
Yeah,
song?
I was
Is that
gonna
what
say,
it is, maybe?
No, that's Inner Bloom.
Inner Bloom, is it? Okay.
That's
yeah.
a great song.
Yeah,
incredible song. Does it go for like 8 minutes?
Yeah, let's put it on.
Yeah, we'll all sit here and listen to Inner Bloom by Rufus Du Sol.
Yeah.
There's a really good song called In Bloom by pop punk band Neck Deep. They're quite popular. I'm not saying it's definitely the reference.
I've never heard of him.
I have not.
Sorry. They're from the UK.
It's like from the Uck. Eh? So I wonder if they refer to it as that.
The Uck.
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 This beer is an absolute stunner.
Sound
Yeah,
like
it
a
is
3-year-old trying to say fuck.
Yeah, well,
Uck.
could be. I'm pretty happy with this, and I like the artwork. That's good. That's good. Very good.
Pretty juicy.
Yeah, it is very juicy.
Juicy,
Yeah,
juicy.
mosaic at the end as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is sort of more what I thought the previous one was going to sort of be. But it must be the Simcoe.
But that was a West Coast, and this is just an IPA.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just an IPA.
I actually was expecting this at the first sip to like this could have been an oat cream if there'd been like more of a sort of lactosey finish to it. I was almost expecting it to be. I don't know. Maybe the hops are quite common in the oat cream style. But
It's a very good beer. I'm very happy with that. You got any more?
how much
info?
money was it? Sorry, Hudson.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many monies?
The money in Bloom, where are you? There, $16.50
Oh yeah. And what is it? It's
a beer.
okay.
I've given it 4.75 on
It's
Untapped.
8.5%.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. good if you
I
had.
think it's better than pretty good.
Have you got another one?
I'll fight you over that one.
Have you got another one?
No, I've just got the one.
Got a
But all 3 beers were purchased from Lane Cellars, and they do have another one.
Whoa, that's huge.
They might have more than another one.
No, that's awesome.
Another one.
I may have to go purchase another one.
Another one.
Another one. Yeah, that's good. They're bloody. Tell you what, they're going to need more fridges soon. They've got a pretty big range there.
Good range.
Yeah, good range. Ho ho.
Heaps of range.
Hey, heaps of range.
Yeah, I don't think you're collating the stats for what we're doing today the same as normal. However, I reckon this beer would be quite high up on our Untapped overall. Because I'm seeing some 4.5s and 4.75s getting about.
Yeah, it'd be all right. We've had some good beer, though. It's bloody 100
Good
beers.
beerdos.
We've had 100 beers, Zach.
The pretty crazy thing about all this is we've had 100 beers that we've reviewed. And, like, what about the other beers we haven't reviewed? Jeez, we've had some
Yeah,
beers.
like 700 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, easy. Like, that's a lot. Yeah, anyway.
Border Barrel's beer review system by person, by brewery. So they are top 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to, like, just quickly, what stands out to you without looking at the numbers? What are the 3 breweries' beers that have stood out to you, keeping in mind that there are the specials with 1s and 2s and
Yeah. Sunday Road.
not in top 3.
Kaiju? Oh, sorry, you're just asking
No,
Simon.
so Simo, give me his top 3. Oh, rapid fire top 3.
Oh, I can't think that
Sunday
fast.
Road.
Mountain Culture.
Yep, and
Bacchus.
your top 3. This is Border Barrel's beer review system.
Okay,
Keep in
yeah.
mind, not just
Okay.
not just the beer. Blackman's 1,
Oh, yeah.
Hop Nation 2, Kaiju 3.
Okay.
Zach
Kaiju?
and
I'd probably say maybe Mountain Culture as well.
and
And Sunday Road.
your 3 Hawkers, Co-Conspirators, Hop Nation. My 3
Okay.
were Hawkers, Kaiju, and Shapeshifter.
How did I forget Hawkers? We did it recently.
For our 3, it's Hawkers, Kaiju, Hop Nation.
Yeah, nice.
Are our
What,
big 3.
okay, if you take Hop Nation out because we only had the one beer, did you have what was 4th?
Yep, so for the Border Barrels average of the 3 of us, it's Burnley.
Oh, okay.
If you take it out of Simo's, Bacchus is is the next in line. Zach, it's Kaiju. And then I didn't have Hop Nation in my top 3.
So Burnley,
Do you wanna look at that on Untapped?
Burnley,
as well? Yeah,
we can, but for Burnley to be up there in anything overall is huge because
8
there was
beers.
8 beers.
Yeah.
And there was specialty, like, Oktoberfest beers.
Yeah, it
So-
wasn't like there were
Beers
no
that
IPAs.
Yeah, historically that like aren't our go-tos.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
certainly
really
not
cool
mine.
part.
Yeah, well done.
Were we influenced by the pork knuckle?
I was influenced by the knuckle for sure. eh?
If we go just raw beer from breweries, we stick with your same 3. So I'm Sunday Road, Mountain Culture, and Bacchus
I would change Bacchus. It was just I couldn't think of any others.
in Untapped ratings.
Yeah. I reckon Range would be up there.
So your 3, we'll remove Hop Nation because it's just the one. It's actually number 1, Bacchus. Then-
Oh, yeah, of course it would be. Yeah.
Then
fine.
Sunday Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Shapeshifter.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Zach's removing Hop Nation is Bacchus.
Oh,
Hawkers.
Hargraves Hill?
No, Ether. Surprisingly.
Oh, yeah, no, because they had the peanut butter.
Yeah, so they had the beers, but they didn't have the stuff that contributes to the Border Barrel beer
Yeah.
review system. My 3 are Hawkers, Hargraves Hill, and Dayton.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice.
So the Hargraves Hill's pretty impressive as well because we've had 8 Hargraves Hills beers.
Yeah.
2 not on the pod, the Superdelic Fragilistic beer that was really good-o. And
Jeez, that was good. That was
naughty.
that was good.
Naughty. Oh,
The Schwartz beer,
the Schwartz
dark
wash.
lager.
What a style that is. I didn't know about before we started doing this.
And then I've got one more set of stats. I can give you more, but we'll give one more set of stats during the 3rd beer.
Yep.
Because I didn't do any research on range because I thought it was more of a memory lane pod.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
That's okay.
If you do want to know more about range, 1, go to their website, or 2, if you don't like consuming data online, listen to our pod on
Yep,
them.
absolutely.
I can't guarantee that the information will be as good as their website, but there will be some information. possibly incorrect.
Nah,
knowing
that's
us.
all right. No, it's all good. No,
Just to backtrack for a sec, Simon.
Yep.
Sick prog metal band name influenced by the knuckle. Don't you reckon?
yes, I guess it would.
What's who? Prog rock.
Like a prog metal band.
What's that?
Like
So-
progressive, sort of like the song's like 9 minutes long, and it's like.
Oh, I thought you meant progressive as in like super woke.
Oh yes.
They're very progressive.
Yeah, no, but all the band names are always like something like, oh, you really got to think about what they mean.
Is that like what Ghost is? Are they
no,
them?
they're a bit more straightforward. But I would say like,
What about the ones that dress up? The other ones that dress up in
Slipknot?
like no,
Sleep Token?
they look like orcs.
Oh, Lordy.
Is it?
That's
I don't know.
I think that's because Lordy won Eurovision.
Yeah, I was going to say they've
Yeah.
seen Eurovision.
What are they called? Starts with G.
Gua is what I'm thinking of. Gua.
Gua would actually come out with a
nothing.
massive big like
Absolutely nothing.
big prosthetic penis thing on the stage, and it would just like
yeah.
shoot fake looking ejaculate onto the whole crowd.
Like just weird.
That's weird.
Gua.
Wow.
So, like, what instruments do they play?
This guitar that looks like someone's.
Are they like? What are they?
They look like baddies from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They absolutely. That's exactly. If you're just listening and not not that we
Baddies.
have it up on the screen, but yeah, they do.
They're
That's
such
weird.
baddies.
The baddies.
Who's that? He's got blood coming out his eyes.
But imagine like
That's
that'd be the
unfortunate.
worst place to have some sort of like medical episode if you're on stage and you're one of those blokes because like, is this a part of it?
Blood's coming out his eyes.
You know, like oh yeah,
This is a part of it.
you know, oh yeah, that happens.
So was
Fine.
collapsed on stage. They finished the set,
And
then
what-
realised he was dead.
And what is Dave Grohl going to play in that band?
They
too?
said
Is that
Dave
what they're
Grohl
saying?
almost joined the band, but he was holding us back or something.
Yeah, of course.
I doubt that.
He's in.
I know which band's bigger,
That's funny.
and I
He's-
reckon it's Foos.
I reckon he's played in every band at least once,
Yeah, probably somewhere.
somewhere. Anyway,
Jesus.
that's weird. Look that up.
Like,
GWAR.
Was that GWAR?
Yeah, Gua.
Gua.
Gwa.
Now I can't think of any good prog metal. Mars Volta, is that something that's maybe?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But they're like
They're more prog rock.
Or Tool.
I suppose. Yeah.
Tool.
Yeah, or influenced by the knuckle. They're pretty.
Prog Nettle. Progressive Nettle.
Yeah, progressive stinging nettle. It stings you,
Yes.
but they're
Progressively.
less aggressive.
Over time,
Yeah.
over 8 minutes, it stings
Yeah,
you.
progressive stinging.
Well, actually, to be fair, you know, it takes about 8 minutes to figure out what's happened after you've been stung by a stinging nettle.
List of progressive. Quo Vadis, Queen Strike. I don't know.
Protest the Hero are one of the ones I used to listen to.
Was he? Were they on?
Was he?
Was he on Guitar Hero?
Protest the
Iron
Hero.
Maiden. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Progressive.
a thing. They're bands.
They are bands that have music.
Scale the Summit. That's one I'm aware of.
Carnival.
The Contortionist.
Is Carnival? Who's
yeah,
in
they're
that?
like progressive
Is that the guy from?
birds.
Yeah,
Tokyo.
Birds of Tokyo.
Yes.
What's his name? Ian Kenny.
Yeah.
That it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Good on
go.
him.
Good on him.
Righto.
There's
Anyone
also-
listen to the new Blink album? Quite good.
No, I haven't. But I'll listen to
They're
it.
all back together.
Speaking of Anne, I was listening to. There's a commentator for the NBA that they
Iron.
refer to as Iron.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
so-
that's wrong.
We've had this. I don't know if it was an argument or it was a thing. I don't know if it was on the pod either. But I think Americans say iron.
Yeah, right. So it's like Graham
We
and
have
Graham.
talked
Yeah,
about this.
because in
It's so strange.
Mythic Quest, which is Rob McElhenney's show, he was famous from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And Wrexham.
His name's Iron, and
Oh,
they say Iron.
jeez.
But then Ian in Shameless. Anyone that knows
But
Shameless?
it's Shameless
is
a UK show.
It is, but this was in the American version, Ian. It's
But is
still
it a
called
remake, but made in America, or like
Yes.
in? Yeah, so I'm just guessing they've
Maybe
just
it's
used the
just
same
copied it.
names, yeah, like The Office.
Ian. But then if they copied like an Australian show, would they have like Davo?
Sheila,
Yeah.
probably.
Davo.
But yeah, I seem to think Iron is an American thing. Yeah, Iron Eagle is the NBA commentator. And he's very good.
Yeah.
He says,
Is his last name Eagle?
The
I think so.
Iron
That's-
Eagle.
Well, no wonder his name's Iron. That makes
Sorry,
sense.
sick wrestler.
I
name,
think
or
it's
what?
Eagle.
Oh, I think it
Unless
is
they
too.
pronounced, unless
Unless they call
Yeah.
him the Iron Eagle.
no, that's him, Iron Eagle.
Ian Eagle sounds that's that tough to say anyway. But then
Yeah,
Iron
there's,
Eagle sounds like, like a wrestling name.
If I was Ian Eagle, I'd change my name to Ian Beagle. Like the dog.
There's some good commentators getting around these days.
Splash.
Yeah.
Except for that guy.
What's his name?
Spiros.
Yeah.
Euros.
Erie.
I thought you were going to say Euros. I'm like, no, that's
No.
yeah.
Hey, I like him. You don't like him.
I just don't like when it's splash.
He says it
that's the only
kinda
part. That's the only time I don't like
He's
it.
a bit nasally. Is
Yeah.
it nasally?
I don't know. It's something.
It's like something his throat doesn't open as
Bring
much.
back Van Gundy. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
Jeff, Mike Breen, and Mark Jackson.
Bang. Anyway.
Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah. Oh, there goes that man.
And like, you turn on ESPN now, and it's like Kendrick Perkins. It's like, are we that desperate for someone?
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins. He does sound like he's fallen down the stairs a few times.
But it's like it's exclusively terrible hot takes.
Yeah.
That's all he is like, LeBron's not even the top 10 player in the world.
No, well,
and
it
it's
could
like
be,
to get clicks.
It's like they put me on.
Yeah.
And I have no basis
Just
for what I'm
firing
saying.
shit out there. It's like, I thought Andrew Gaze was a top 5 player in
Yeah.
the history of basketball.
Oh, he's a top 5 bloke.
Yeah, he is. No,
Yeah,
he's
he
quite
could be.
funny. Yeah, he would be for sure. But just on that, ESPN, if you do want someone to go on there and make hot
If
takes,
you are
I'll happily
listening.
do it. I'll
We've
do it for
got-
half of whatever they do.
We've
before.
reviewed 100 beers, and you can listen to them all at Border Barrels
Absolutely.
podcast.
Yes.
That's my
Very good.
resume.
Yeah.
Righto. Well, let's crack a lack. Let's get the
Drink that
bloody.
beer.
Yeah.
Before I do, because it's 5, nearly 5.
Drink
5.
that beer.
Alrighty. Well,
that
what's your morning ritual?
I wake up and I poo.
Well, yeah.
I wake up at 5 a.m. and I journal. Then I take a cold plunge. Then I take a hot plunge. And then I take a
Then
Plunge.
he does
A lukewarm plunge.
plunge.
he does
I
hot yoga.
Yes.
Then I have an anus plunge.
Yes. That is the
And
cold
then
plunge.
I have a colonoscopy.
Yes.
And this is all before 8.
Yes. And then I also I do 10K and I meditate.
Nice.
And then I profit.
Then you go to work and you just like shout orders and hate everything.
Yes.
Maybe it's not worth doing.
Step 5, profit.
Yes. Anyway.
Why is it always the last step
I
in
don't know.
anything?
I know. It'd be good if you just profited first. Like that book, Profit First. Anyway.
Now, I like to think we have a good sense of humour, generally. So, like, we make
Jury's
fun of,
probably out.
We make fun of people who like can't take a joke. Have you guys ever been like triggered by a meme, or like one that feels like it was directed at you?
If someone sends it to me and
It's
I'm like,
funny still, but like, have you ever been like, yeah, that is me? God
So-
damn it!
No, but I've been triggered by a meme. Like if I look it up on Google, I'm like, God damn Google. But like, if Hutto sends me one and like says, "This is you," and it's like someone with their shoes on at the beach or something.
it's bad luck, bro.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, but yeah, not really. Can you?
Oh no! For example, there was one that I saw. It's like imagine marrying into a family only to find out they all go running 5Ks when they're on vacation. I love going for a run when I'm on holidays. It's the best.
I thought it was going to be a lot more offensive.
No, we're not offensive at all. No, because not actually triggered, but like you feel like you're sort of like here I am just living my life. No one's gonna have a go at me on the internet.
I'm
without
way
meaning
too
to.
hungover on holidays to be going for a run.
This smells great. It smells very chocolatey, and that nose hair
Oh.
might have a rival nose hair. No, I'm not sure.
Great.
A smooth, morning ritual. A smooth and creamy breakfast stout brewed with vanilla, lactose, and coconut.
Oh, it's creamy.
Allergens: gluten, barley, wheat,
Barley.
lactose, vanilla, coconuts. Coconut.
So there's not.
2.4.
I'm
standard
learning a
drinks.
little bit more now. So there's not necessarily Sabro in this. There's actual coconut in the.
Yeah, so they.
Yeah, okay.
If you looked at the stout ingredients list, is always quite funny because like you've got your 4 main ingredients for a beer being water, hops, yeast, and malts. Traditionally, like an IPA beer would be water, a yeast, or couple of whatever, and then the malts would be quite short, and the hops would be a long list, as we've seen with the first 2 beers, 3 different up to 5 different style of hops, and the malts is like barley and wheat. Like it's just standard malt, just standard barley, whereas this is all the malts, and I'm fairly sure. Typically, when you see a list of ingredients, the coconut would come under like a malt. It's like the malts are like It's just everything else.
Yeah,
Almost.
almost like here are the actual physical ingredients you may have heard of. These are the malts.
Yeah. So it's like hops are hops, water is water, yeast is yeast, and then malts are just kind of anything else.
Well, may I
Interject.
and say, so that's a pastry stout, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I believe the pastry part is the suggestion that the other adjuncts added are the things.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't say pastry stout, it's flavored from the hops. But if it says if it says pastry stout, it's like it has things in it, and these are the.
It's like a deconstructed version of what they're saying.
Yeah. But like a normal stout would still have other stuff, would it not? Like
sometimes
not in the hops.
Sometimes, yeah, I don't know, but I believe the
Can we look at that?
let's grab a pastry stout. Is that a pastry stout?
This doesn't have the ingredients. What has the ingredients? Now this is good podcasting.
This is good podcasting. We're fact checking live on air.
I don't know if we've had too many stouts, unfortunately, that would have the ingredients.
If anybody interested, I've just confirmed something we mentioned before. Revel, the Cashmere double dry hopped single hop IPA, was only 3 months from its best before date.
Tree. Oh yeah, there you go.
So we talked about, was it sort of nearing the end of its freshness cycle? I believe that it was. So yeah, we gave that a poorer review, or a poorer score. We didn't give it a poor review necessarily, by comparison to the other beers we've had. So yeah, that is confirmed now that is actually true.
Pastry stout definition: strong dark beer base and incorporates culinary ingredients to create rich, sweet flavor profiles, mimicking the characters of desserts, pastries, or candies.
Okay, so yeah, I reckon you're spot on.
I just remember reading it because I'm like, what makes it pastry? Like I thought it was just I thought it was to do with
Just
ABV.
The flakes just...
No, I thought it was to do with ABV because all the ones I'd had are like really high in ABV.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that's
What was
correct.
that Deeds one we had that time that you dropped off like the Easter Bunny at our front door, but like it wasn't as good as we'd hoped?
Oh no, I didn't like it as much, but it was.
I loved
think
that.
it was the caramel. It was like the white
Super duper sweet, I remember. It was like
No,
Yeah,
wasn't it the
12%.
vanilla?
vanilla
vanilla pastry stout or something.
Yeah, something like that. It
Yeah.
was like 12
vanilla
years
mud
ago.
cake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Do you have a price on this one, Hardson?
what did you just call me?
Hardson.
Hudson.
That's his
James
stage.
Hardson.
His stage name.
That's
Stage.
Stay's name.
I guess.
Yeah, when I book a house on Stays, James Hards. Morning ritual. Whoa! $10.50.
What?
Yeah. $10.50.
Oh dear. We've got a big one here. We've got
That's good. I'll give that a...
We got a big range of scores here for the. I wouldn't say this is
This
not
is going to be a sleeper.
my
this
beer
one.
of the day. I think I still slightly liked, like if the last IPA, which was called
In Bloom.
the In Bloom, was a 4.75. This is like a 4.74. Like it's that close. But for the rest of the ratings, yeah, this is through the roof. I like the artwork.
This is better for me. It's so smooth.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the artwork.
it's
I reckon it's as
getting-
advertised, even more spot on.
It's
Yeah.
rich without being heavy.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that
really
it's a little
good.
bit less boozy than some of the other ones we have.
Yeah.
That
this
actually
is-
makes the ingredients stand out a little
This
bit
is
more.
delicious. This is fantastic. Well done, Range.
Do you have more stuff, Hudson?
Oh, yeah.
More stats or more? Oh,
Which
yeah.
which one of you's brewed this?
Which one?
Which one of you's? Is it you? Or you?
I just thought I'd look at our favourite episodes along the way now.
Geez, it kind of looks like the housing market.
Look at the big crash at 28.
And then look at the
So-
unnatural rise. Anyway.
Yep. So for... How do we...
What is that crash at 28?
28 is episode 28, our lowest rated...
Was that
episode.
sorry, is this by the beers or the listens and views?
No, this is by the beers.
Oh.
Oh, listens and views would be a flat line.
Roughly 20 to 30 at all times.
Can't even blame you that are watching, because thank you, you are watching. And
Like and
listening.
subscribe. No, actually, thank you to all those that have liked and subscribed. We're
Yeah.
getting,
gone up.
as you can see, we're bloody getting up there on the subscribers.
Shoot us up.
We're waiting. Shoot us up. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Hey, but we're waiting by the mailbox to get our plaque from YouTube. So
Yeah, what do you do? When do you get that? At 50?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Well, from the last sort of metrics I looked at, I think it was Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, then us.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
like,
I
it can't
think
be
it was
too far off.
Yeah, I think it was too. Oh, we just need other people to get. We need people to get cancelled, and then we just need to keep doing what.
Cancel everyone except us, please.
Oh, God.
That's an interesting request. Yeah, so that 28, the Big Dip, is our working title episode. So the Border Barrels review system wasn't all that keen on working title.
No, it's the blurb.
No blurb. And the can art was like they kind of do generic with colours around it. It's not like.
But the beers
fancy
are very
art, like
good.
the
They were
Lost
very
Palms or
experimental.
something. Yeah, and very experimental beers.
There was that Nutella Stout or something. No, it's bloody. That's
So
excellent.
there was the Tutti Frutti Ice Cream Sour, the Affogato and Cream Ale, and the Lime Milkshake Double IPA.
Are they the ones that do the Nutella one?
Yeah,
though?
so they
Yeah.
did. We did that on our Christmas party episode. You had the double fudge Nutella Stout.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Also, if
What an
anyone's,
episode that
if
was.
anyone's confused about how that was episode 28, but was also one of our first brewery showcase episodes. So in those episodes of beer-related content, obviously there's a lot of episodes before we did brewery showcases. These are the 100th. These are the 100th beers just from the brewery showcases.
Yes,
yes.
yeah. So we've done a number of Beercast before, which was
including interviews
that
as well.
that was where we brought in like a beer each
Yep.
and talked about the beers. Like we did 26 beer casts before our first brewery showcase.
Yeah, because we realised that it's like, how is your beer?
No,
And like,
21, sorry.
mine is good. How is yours? Mine is good too.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
I think we just chatted about our beers, which
Yeah.
was, not good listening.
no, it wasn't.
Jury's
That's
probably
for the
still out on
fans to decide.
fan.
Yay!
But yeah, working title is currently sitting at the lowest. Hawker's our fave.
Shout out to Maz.
Yep.
Shout out.
It's funny, Simon's fave is not actually Hawker's. It's Blackman's again. And episode 25 was your big one. And guess who brought Blackman's that week?
Yes, it was me. I think I was excited
Bit of
because
favouritism.
I brought it like a series as well. But
Yeah.
Anyway, no, very good.
Yeah, if you look at it, I was actually going to get those numbers, but I didn't get them. Was like our average for the beers that we brought versus the average of beers that everyone else brought, and we all show quite a lot of favoritism to ourselves.
Yeah, we're just
That's because
excited.
we're ordering it and we're excited
Yes.
by what's coming.
That's the thing is like when I buy these 3 range beers, I buy the 3 range beers that I want to have. Or when I go to the Bottle-O and pick a brewery, it's like, oh, that brewery looks cool. Like that's so. Yeah, it does look like we're favouring our own beers, but that's because we bought them for us, essentially,
Yeah.
and then brought them to our friends.
Yeah, for sure. Cute.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Now kiss.
Kiss.
Also, like, I will just say, so reminiscing a little bit, the discovering breweries from this that have become sort of part of our fabric of beer purchasing, and I know, and these are 2 that I brought that are just in my mind, but Sunday Road and Seeker in particular, anything new that comes out from those guys, now I'm buying immediately.
Yeah, I would have to say both of those. Yeah, for me too. Yeah. And bloody shout out to Miko Rants.
Yeah.
Bloody legend. We're going to come and see you at some stage. But Seeker was one that I think I wasn't, I don't know. I think the can art was a bit, I don't know, a little bit 70s or something. I was like, I'm not too sure about this, but I was very surprised by that. And now anything that has Seeker on it, I'm about. So,
Yeah.
And that's a good thing too.
They're, you can see them gaining in popularity as well, which is really cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seeing a bit
definitely.
more-
Yeah, good
bit
on
more
'em.
traction online for them as well, and yeah.
Well, I was going
that's
to say,
really
I was
cool.
going to tack on to those 2 because I probably buy a few more online than you guys do. But recently, I've gone out of my way to find a distributor that has Lost Palms.
Oh, nice. Yeah, cool.
I had the Japanese rice lager, the Go On Then, which actually, did it win the Gabs can art or did It was top 3.
It was up
It was
there.
up there.
Yeah.
On your bakes. Get on your bakes.
And then
That's
I also
correct.
had the late checkout, which is, now I'm going to get this wrong, I reckon it's a honeycomb white stout. Or
Oh, sounds all right.
something like that. But yeah, great art, as always. Just trying to think what else has surprised me. Had a few new beers that we probably never had before. We had a Jervis Bay, the excellent street milk stout in our Easter pack.
Yep.
But yeah, still plenty of breweries to go. And if anyone listening has any suggestions, send them through.
Yeah,
we're not going to
definitely.
do Carlton,
No, we probably won't
that's
do
for sure.
Carlton.
We
No.
had the opportunity with the 3 offerings of dry draft and zero, and they
Yes.
swiftly got
No.
pushed.
It was good that they named one of the beers after what I would give it on Untapped. That was good.
Whoa!
Actually, Punky from now, of course, the interview series that we've done, well, not series, but the interview episodes we've done have been fantastic, and developing relationships with breweries and venues in that way. But Punky, of course, is they had some recommendations for us. So at some point, I know in the
Yeah, so
future,
Mountain Monk you're talking about, yeah.
sorry, from Mountain Monk,
Yeah,
yeah,
you want to mention that? Or
yeah, in the from Mount Beauty. So
Big news on them,
Big news
yeah.
for them. So we of course recorded that interview podcast at the West Peak Hotel. However, it will no longer be the West Peak Hotel from December 16th, I believe. It will be just the Mountain Monk Brewers.
Nah, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's awesome because, yeah, I don't know. I just think if you're going to the town and like the name, like you're like, do they have a brewery? You're like breweries, and then it would come up like it might come up as like West Peak Hotel, and it might not have that. But
Yeah.
like now it's Mountain Monk Brewery. Bloody get around it.
And for anyone, they are looking for bar staff, wait staff, and cooks.
Which
Yeah.
is an excellent sign. Means they're busy.
Yeah, and they do good beer, good food, good times.
And as Hudson
that's
said
for sure.
a billion times on the way there, God's country.
It is God's. I can oath it's God's country.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spot.
But they had 2 recommendations for us. One was Molly Rose.
Yep.
The other
Oh,
was
Zach's bloody scratching his veins for
yeah.
Molly Rose.
No, they do a couple of farmhouses, but they do other really cool stuff as well. The other was I forget the name of the brewery at the moment, but they were at the Darker Days
La
Festival.
Serene.
La Serene,
La
Which
yeah.
which is also some farmhouse stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe.
Well,
But,
they weren't at the Darker Days. Sobremesa.
Darker Days. Or was it Sobremesa?
where they do their
Whichever one
Sobremesa-
Mountain Monk were also at.
Yeah, so I'm fairly sure it was Sobremesa,
Yeah, it could've
which
been.
are a fermentory and
Yeah.
blendery, I think they
Yeah,
call
yeah.
themselves.
So
Similar.
the those actual brewers have recommended those 2 breweries to us as things we should do in the future. So we may look at that at some point, of course. But
Simon will have to get his big boy pants on and
there
just
might be a
get through
saison.
it.
no, just bring it. I'll like it. I'll like it. It'll be fine.
he's gonna become Saison Simon one day, I reckon. We're just gonna get him in there,
I enjoyed that.
bathe in Saison.
Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure.
He's good at accents. I don't know what you can speak Flemish. That's what they speak in Belgium.
Spoken. All right. What else we got? We just rambling at this point?
Yeah.
No, I'm
yeah.
enjoying rambling.
Okay.
Thanks for being part of the journey.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we've done 100 bloody beers of straight down the line. We owe ourselves a bit of rambling.
We did
Yeah.
that at the Christmas
Oh, no.
episode.
We
which
keep
I
talking
listened
about
back to. Which is, oh yeah, his back hurts.
Oh, that's all.
Can we film you on the inversion table after this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. Simo's, you are that guy. It's like someone will walk in and be like, "Yeah, so I've torn my ACL," and then like 10 minutes later, he's forgotten and he does a big slide tackle out of nowhere for no reason.
I always do it like, oh yeah, I got a tat on my arm. Here it is, and then I'll just like for some reason just start just going, oh mate, what do you reckon? Anyway,
We've seen you do that to Hudson's wife after she lost the netball final after the siren once.
I didn't know.
That's the greatest. I don't understand sport.
Oh, I didn't know who won. I wasn't watching. I was there. I don't know. I was happy to see her.
So basically, it was like as the siren was blowing in netball or in basketball terms, someone
Buzzer beater.
someone shot one, but from outside the 3-point line as well in netball. Like it
No,
was.
but it was still in the circle.
Oh,
It
but
was
it was
like
so
the version-
far.
the
It may as
version
well have been.
of-
It was like
yeah.
Malcolm Blythe. It's 90-meter kick now. Like it was
Yeah.
so far out. And then but also I'm pretty sure Sarah's team had finished first or second that
Nah.
year, and the team that they were playing was 5th or
Nah.
something.
No,
Wasn't
it wasn't like a. No, it wasn't. It was just Albury v North Albury.
Oh, but North
it
Albury,
wasn't like.
they snuck into finals, and this was in a final.
Yeah, but I think it was the second one. So I think it was like they were like 2 spots different in the
Yeah.
ladder.
But it was still
But
elimination.
yeah, it was basically a buzzer beater, and Sarah's walked off. Not distraught, but she definitely
captain
didn't want
then?
to chat. Nah, she definitely didn't want to chat. And Simo's like,
But also grabbing on the shoulders.
yeah.
Oh, I was happy.
And you
I
can
was,
see
I
in
was
her
happy to
eyes
see her.
today is when I murder a human.
Yeah, I was happy to see her. But I'll tell you what, who's not getting bloody Alzheimer's or whatever
was
it is?
loud.
Yeah, it was
Sorry
loud.
about
That's
that.
all right.
I meant to move away.
Go.
He's not getting Alzheimer's.
You. Like, oh, yeah, I remember there's fucking 26 degrees and someone took a shot from like near the edge of the circle. I can't remember any of that. I barely remember the whole thing.
You barely remember that I had a sore back.
Well, yeah, and you told me 49 minutes ago. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Border Barrels, pretty excited about our 100th beer. Thanks to Range for bringing the goods in the not-so-good shed. And thank you to the local lawnmowers and birds for the ambience.
And Lane Cellars for the provide and stocking good beers.
Yes, of course. Well done.
Get down there and buy 'em.
Yes, get around them.
Morning Ritual, $10.50.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, and now Zach, I now know why you asked what your morning ritual was. Okay, bye.
In the house for a very long time. Never I cease, I get better like wine. Soul searching, found me online. No end of my reach, got a hand on the skies. Stop being so emotional, what you smoking on? About time I open up, you can't roll with us.